Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show. I hope you are all doing well. There seems to be a development in the Crescencio Summerville to West Ham deal. There's a little snag, okay? There's a little snag. We'll have to wait and see. It turns out, according to Florian Plettenberg, who is top tier, Pletty Goal, Sky Sports Dutch, yeah, German, Dutch, he's in the know. Okay, he's basically said now that he has completed his medical. However, there is still no total agreement. Yes, I agree with you, AJR Gaming. I think it will still go through. But it seems now that the package is not finalised both on the player side and on the club side. Okay? Just because he's passed his medical, we've had players pass medicals before. We've had Jack Harrison go to Leicester in recent times. You know, past the medical, and it fall through. Okay, so listen, I do think it will go through. Let me just say, but it has hit the brakes. It has hit snags. Okay, this is what you hope. That's what you hope, innit? That Leeds United have gone. Oh, hang on, we've had a think, and so boom. Yeah, losing the will to live this window. Do you know, I keep striking lucky, man. I had a nap earlier on and I had an hour because I was knackered. Went for a walk, about an hour and 15-minute walk with the dog. Just got back. Bam, news. Sound, here we go. Now, we do have Scouting Report live at 8 o'clock as well, so be there, because we're going to look at some prospective replacements with Lockie and with Andrea on players who could come in. But let me share with you the news that Florian Plettenberg has broke literally 6:03. It's now 6:41, okay? So, yeah, look, this is what's been said, and I'll zoom in for you. We've also had a confirmed report that, we have decent, I guess we have a replacement lined up, okay? So, Crescencio Summerville completed his medical with West Ham today. However, there are still no total agreements. On the player's side, there are still details to be clarified regarding the contract length, whether it's 4 or 5 years. Now, that's trivial, innit? Give me 4, give me 5. Do you know what I mean? That's trivial. But it does go on to say, also, there is no complete agreement on the final transfer fee with Leeds. The details are still being worked out, but the medical check is already done. So they've given the green light for him to go down. They've given the green light, go down, we're getting close to a deal. But it seems then now that any reports on figures and stuff like that, 25 rising to 34, are a bit wide of the mark. Or Leeds United are trying to squeeze some more out of it. Maybe Parag's gone back to sleep. So we'll have to wait and see what transpires on that respect. We will. He won't be there 4 years. What do you mean? Like he'll be there 4 or 5? I don't know. But he's just got. Oh, hang on, I've got an itchy back. Ooh. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Crescencio Summerville, not done yet. Not done yet. Now let's hope Leeds United want more. The 4 or 5 year thing, that's trivial. That's trivial. Yep. When was that, bro? He's been given the go-ahead. The latest update we have, this is the latest update, unless I've missed something, but this was at 6:03 p.m. today, okay? 6:03 p.m. today. They have said there is no complete agreement on the final transfer fee with Leeds. The details are still being worked out, but the medical check is already done. And obviously there's further clarification needed on Summerville's side, i.e. in terms of how long the deal's going to be, etc. Now, Sky Sports Chief has said, just bear with us 1 second, this was 17 minutes ago, so he's going against on what Darmesh has said. Darmesh has said, Crescencio Summerville has completed his West Ham medical. Paperwork still needs to be finalised before a formal announcement. West Ham hopeful it can be done in time for him to be able to play some part in pre-season tour of USA. If not, he will remain in London. Again, paperwork still needs to be finalised before a formal announcement, which tells us that it's not finalised. It's not finished yet. Now, if that's just on the player's side or indeed the club. Maybe Leeds United have done a bit of skullduggery. Let's send him down there, get it done, boom, and then say, okay, actually, we've had a think and we want a little bit more. Let's squeeze some more millions. Yeah? So we'll have to wait and see what actually happens. Yeah, this happens all the time. Of course, this happens all the time. This isn't a new thing because players have medicals all the time and then are told, actually, no, we're pulling the deal or, we've accepted somewhere else. So, yeah. Like it only said this on Sky Sports, but Damesh, who, to be fair to Damesh, broke it, has just said there, medical done, but paperwork still needs to be finalised before formal announcement. And Florian Plettenberg is telling us, well, actually, everything's not agreed as of yet on player side or on the club side. Now, no, I think he will leave. I'm still adamant he will leave, and I'm probably adamant he probably goes through to he still goes to West Ham. But obviously it's had a few snags. Obviously it's not as cut and dry as they would have liked. And yeah, this is a great point. We had it ourselves. Bloody hell. Dan James deal, he was here. We had Victor Orta in tears, Dan in tears. I mean, it didn't work out too bad for him because he went to Manchester United for a couple of years, didn't he? And then came and eventually worked out and probably earned loads of money in the meantime. So yeah. But yeah, Crescencio Summerville snag hits. I don't even think it's him. I don't think well, maybe the agent in terms of contract length, etc. But we'll have to wait and see what actually transpires RE transfer fee as well, because there's been reports of 34 and all this, but it sounds like that's not even finalised as of yet. Yeah, exactly. He will go. We just want more money for him now. Happens all the time. Exactly. I don't even think it'll be someone making a better offer. I think it's a case of Leeds United maybe trying to get some more cash out of the deal yet. No, mate, I've had it washed. Totally fine. I washed it inside out. I mean, I didn't switch it back round actually. So no, but no, it's on a coat hanger still inside out because I put it on line to dry. No, I don't think it's anything to do with that. I think it's Leeds United probably and wanting to get some more cash out of it, which is smart, isn't it? Yeah, no, I agree. I think, I agree. But I think if we could get a bigger upfront payment, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? 30 million with add-ons. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what transpires. But for anyone just joining a little bit later, I will just say as well, breaking news from Florian Plettenberg in all its glory. Saying that Summerville completed his medical. However, there are still no total agreements on the player's side. There are still details to be clarified regarding the contract length, whether 4 or 5 years. Also, and this is the big one for us though, innit? Because if that was the issue, then that's nothing. That can be sorted out. But this one here, also there is no complete agreement on the final transfer fee with Leeds. The details are still being worked out, but the medical check is already done. So, yeah. And if we're being honest, they were mocking Lawless in our group chat, saying, "Oh, will they actually be able to get this deal over the line because they couldn't get Duran over the line?" And so you don't know, do we? Yeah, but what does that mean, though, Daddy? What's the hold up on paperwork then? What's paperwork could mean anything, though, Sir Daddy, right? Big up to you, my man. That could mean anything. That could mean contract length. That could mean, the final transfer fee. If it was a simple paperwork, if the medical was done this morning, it had already been announced officially. It's now 7 o'clock, so something's not right. You know what I mean? Something's not right. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what transpires on the deal. And then straight after that, 43 minutes ago now, Lyle Thomas, Sky Sports Lyle, confirmed now what we all sort of knew anyway. 1 second, let me just get it up. Rak-Sakyi he's probably going to be the Summerville replacement. I want to know, and I'm going to put a poll in the chat actually, if indeed we can get that done. Would you be happy with Rak-Sakyi as Cree replacement? I think I spelled replacement wrong. Yeah, that'll do anyway. Boom. There's a poll in the chat. I want you to vote in it now. But this is what Sky Sports Lyle did tweet out. I'll just show you the tweet in question. And then obviously when you click the link, it takes you to here, which tells us that Championship trio are chasing Rak-Sakyi. Leeds, Burnley and Sheffield United are all interested in taking Crystal Palace's Jesurun Rak-Sakyi on loan this coming season. Southampton do remain in talks to sign him, hoping to do so on a permanent deal either now or next summer, but Palace's intention this summer has been to loan him elsewhere for his development. So it looks like, look, Southampton, tough shit. We're not giving him to a rival. He's going to the Championship. In that vein, Belgian club Anderlecht are also interested, while French club Lyon, who share the same owner as Palace, have also been touted as a possible loan destination for the winger. Rak-Sakyi is said to have been unwell when Palace embarked on their pre-season trip to the USA, but he is now with the squad. Oh, there. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, of course he's unwell. A bit like Summerville was injured, but turns out he's in USA as well. But what I will say, looking at that though, what's the biggest worry? You don't want to lose out to these rivals, Burnley and Sheffield United, but also this here. The French club Lyon, who share the same owner as Palace, have also been touted as a possible loan destination for the winger. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? That is. So, no, where did you read that, bro? Where did you read that? This will be one of them mad aggregator sites or something, won't it? Loan with a buy promotion sort of deal. I don't think they will put a buy option in there. The only reason I say that is because if they were looking to sell, they'd sell him to Southampton. I think Southampton bid like, or at least put an amount in there roughly around about 12 million, you know. And let's be honest, Rak-Sakyi has played League One football at Charlton and had bit parts, really tiny parts in the Premier League for Palace. Barely next to no minutes, really. So the fact that a club are willing to pay 12 million for a player that has barely played, I mean, he shouldn't have stayed at Palace last season. You know, we were linked loosely last summer. We spoke about him on a scouting report. Big up Lockie, that really opened my eyes to this guy. And anyway, in the first place, but he shouldn't have stayed at Palace because actually he only played 6 times last season under Roy Hodgson, and none of them were starts. So the fact that, you know, anyone who's like debating, oh, Rak-Sakyi, he's alone, blah, 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 there's a reason why a host of clubs are looking at him and why Southampton, newly promoted side, are willing to pay like 12 million. That's the figures that was announced. And then you've got now confirmed reports that Leeds, Burnley and Sheffield United are all interested in him. He should have gone on loan last season, just so you can have a look at his numbers, if you like. This is the loan that he spent at Crystal Palace, where he played 40 times, getting 15 goals and 8 assists, which is 23 goal involvements in total. Then, as I say, played in the Premier League too, and then, like I say, he managed 1.5 games, really, but a lot of it off the bench, obviously. No goals and no assists. He did have Eze, he did have Elise in front of him, but they should have really sent him out on loan to a Championship club last season, and then he'd be further on with his development and probably maybe even ready to start for them. But that's poor from their side, if I'm honest. That's poor from Palace. Roy Hodgson let the lad down, I would say, because, you know, the talk that he was going to get chances last season and he hasn't. So he's now available. He'll want to play. So would he be a decent enough replacement? This is the mad thing. I actually did a video. It's almost like it was a premonition. I did a video yesterday morning, right early in the morning, Summerville's vital role in Rak-Sakyi deal. That's what I'd said, because we've been linked to Rak-Sakyi for a while, but the only time we were going to sign Rak-Sakyi is if one of Summerville or Nanto left. Otherwise, he's not coming, because he'll want to play. He's leaving a club where he hasn't played. He wants to go play football. So he needs to be given some sort of guarantees, you know, in terms of game time. So then we hear Summerville's going. So then you think the links picked up because Leeds have had a serious conversation with Rak-Sakyi in his camp, because they're now willing to do a deal on Summerville that 10 days before an inquiry was made by West Ham it all makes sense, because sometimes you've just got to follow the paper trail. I know people might say you're chatting shit or whatever, and that's totally fine. But I'll always come back to just before the PSR deadline, Leeds United were doing bits because they were trying to get rid of people. Because if you remember, Gnonto was linked to Forest, Meslier was linked to Marseille, Summerville was linked to Brighton, and then Gray went to Tottenham. That's no coincidence. Because guess what? As soon as that PSR deadline finished, gone, Meslier was no longer linked to Marseille. Gnonto was no longer linked to Nottingham Forest. Brighton, Summerville was never happening, and Gray got sold. So where did them three links go after the deadline? Because no one was trying to move them on at that point. Do you know what I mean? So it's no coincidence. So yeah. Damesh has tweets again on Cree. Let's have a look what's been said. One second. I've not seen, unless I've missed something. Let me have a look. We've got a more up-to-date one. Psst, don't tell me. Don't tell me this hasn't got snags, people. Because it's now changed to Summerville has completed first part of his medical, will conclude tomorrow morning. Why? Why is it over 2 days? Why is his medical over 2 days? Is that normal? Or am I, like, clutching? Because why is his medical over 2 days? There could be Jason. Could be. Could be. There are issues, definitely. 100%. Because Darmesh said, deal done. It's only paperwork. Sky Sports Lyle, who's Dutch, like Dutch, Sky Sports Germany and Dutch reporter, is then saying there's issues on the players' side, but also on the club side as well. Barry, there's none of that. The guy played like 40 games, 46 games. There's no issues there. Greater Brentford all over again, says Johnny Marsden. Maybe. So let's just follow the chain of events. Let's just follow the chain of events that have happened over the last hour that have really like, oh, hang on, something's not right here. Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Let's have a look. So this is what we've got over the last hour or so. So yeah, it was literally an hour ago, 53 minutes. Okay, so this is it. So we hear from Florian Plettenberg, just 50 minutes ago. For those that are joining late, there's still no agreement on the players' side. There are still details to be clarified regarding the contract length, whether it is 4 or 5 years. Also, there is no complete agreement on the final transfer fee with Leeds. The details are being worked out, but the medical check is already done now. He said it's already done, but there are still some issues being worked out. Then we hear from Lyle. Leeds want Darmesh Chef. Please don't sign fucking Darmesh Chef. He might be better than Pat, but hey. Lyle Thomas then says, we're interested with the host of clubs. Makes sense, right? Then Darmesh, 30 minutes ago, he's completed his medical. It's only paperwork. Before a formal announcement, the deal's done. It's only paperwork. We're only going to fax it to the Premier League. It's nothing. Then boom, slight amendment. Summerville's completed first part of his medical, will conclude tomorrow morning. Why? It's 7 o'clock. You want him to go to America. That's the whole point. We want to get him out to America to join the squad. Hold up. Wait a minute. Some of them right. At the end of the day, folks, this is all good for us. Jamie, because this happens all the time. Why did Dan James come to Leeds United when a full agreement wasn't sorted with Swansea? Why did Jack Harrison go to Leicester when there wasn't a full agreement? This happens all the time. This is football. If you listen to stuff like Under the Cosh and everything, just like, it's mad actually when you actually find out what goes on. Some of the stuff like, I was having a medical and then my agent called me and go, listen mate, we've got this. Move. For all we know, he might have had that conversation. You know, like, here, Liverpool have come. I'm not saying that. Look, do I think he'll go West Ham? I do. They've got form this window, though, because they were supposed to get Duran, and that's fallen through. But all Leeds United have moved the goalposts. Maybe someone has moved the goalposts, and that's good for us. That's good for us that the goalposts have been moved. And, we were all upset, rightly so. I don't want to hear what about the fee and all that sort of stuff, because we were all upset, and rightly so, with this 25 million up to 30, and then we hear 34, and that's why people say wait for the facts, but as a content creator, you react to the news when it's out, when it's live. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Something, though, something is, it's a little bit fishy. It's a little bit fishy. And like Jason Lee says, definitely exploring his options. Big up to Michael Gill. Hello and welcome to you as well. Listen, folks, we've got a massive 848 people here, which is insane. So please do smash a like on the video. We've got 241. Let's get it up to 3. Big up to my man Sean as well. I've seen your comment, brother. 100% hijack. Maybe. West Ham quite regular. What? That's copium. That's called copium, Louis. Oh, we always do 2-day medicals. Why? Why? Like, what's the point? Mad that. Oh, big up to Christopher Spofford Chapel, who's just gifted 50. Not 5, not 10, not 15, not 20, not 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, but 50. Big up to you. Big up to you, Christopher Spofford Chapel. I'm going to be doing in the new season like a fan, probably a members show, 4 members where you can come on and chat and all that sort of stuff. I wonder if Dharma Chef is a good chef. Or maybe. His agent does not want the move. Someone had said that, like he'd gone against the wishes of his agent or something like that. I did see something like that, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Finally live. Hope you're good. Yeah, don't forget, folks, as well, that we are live at 8 o'clock. We're going to be looking at prospective replacements. Rak-Sakyi's on the list. Jack Clark's on the list. Todd Cantwell's on the list. And the lads will tell you why. Because I'm not convinced we just go for a winger, by the way, either. But yeah, straight away people go, Todd Cantwell, are you having a laugh? But yeah, it's just worth considering. Get that bank and give me a quality signing, says Sean Sedgy. Big up to Sedgy, my brother. Yes, I would like the same. They are no excuses. Now, I did put in the poll, would you be happy with Rak-Sakyi as key replacement? 77% have said yes. Right, so let's say we get Rak-Sakyi. You still want the club to go again, don't you? You want them to go again. Because you go, well, that's a loan. So that's Rothwell, Cairns, Rak-Sakyi, Rodon, which is tied up with the grey stuff, so I barely even count it. Bogle. That's light. So you're like, right, go and get some more dollar. Go get some more players, Isn't an agent... Well, they don't know, do they, bro? Let's be honest. They don't know. But yeah, I'd like Morgan Whittaker. Listen, I still think there's something in the Sammy Schmodic stuff. There's still something in the Sammy Schmodic stuff, people. I believe it. Like, can you imagine, like, Nonto, Rutter, Josie, and then just a Sammy Schmodic there, buff, in the 10. You've got James as well. Fab's recent tweet. What's Fab saying? I mean, he's just jumping on the back of what Darmesh and that are saying, but let's have a look. Let's see what he's saying. A lot of them just like, someone will break the story and then everyone else goes on it. I've not seen. Oh, he's on about Sorori. He's no mention, no? There's no mention. I don't see no Fab tweet. Or have I missed... There's no Fab tweet. There's no Fab tweet, people. He's not tweeted anything. They're on the wind-up. Yeah, I am going to kill Ian. I will. I promise. I will. He's staying. Nah. Right, that's the next thing I want to ask you, actually. Because 77% of you have said that Rak-Sakyi. I've put, does this mean Cree could stay? And please vote properly, will you? We need that Coventry striker. Who? Gyökeres? Or do you mean Ellis Sims or something? LUFC Leeds. Yeah, look, I'm not... Oh, we always do our... We always do our medicals over 2 days and all that sort of stuff. Something's not right. Something isn't right. I'm gonna find out from Lawless what's going on. Let me just send him these tweets. So just see what he's saying from his side. Because yeah, I don't understand. Like the player thing as well, of it being only 4 or 5 years, that almost seems too trivial, doesn't it? It almost seems too trivial to be saying 4 or 5 years. Would it really break down over that? Would it really break down over that 4 or 5 years? Mr. Dodo. I'm not sure it would. I almost feel that that's too trivial. Big up to Sergeant Bullmoose 1. Big up to you, brother. I still believe he's leaving. Yes, same. I just hope that Chelsea are getting involved. It would be nice. Yeah. Arnie Slot. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Arnie Slot. Delaying this move will just hinder. When you talk about delay, we're talking about 24 hours, Tyler. 48 hours. We're not talking a week, a month. Surely. Evening all, what's up? What's up? What's up? It was that. Yeah, there's got to be, for me, there's got to be a hijack on the horizon. There's got to... Andy, there is a live stream at 8 o'clock. Watch this space for the scouting report, where you folks can vote on who you would pick out of the selections that Andrea and Lockie have put together. The mad thing is, we spoke about this on Tuesday morning, and then in these last 2 days, it's just been mad. So, yeah, I keep getting like premonitions, it would seem. It's a bit mad. If I was a betting man, which I am, it's Chelsea that have come in. Bidding war incoming. West Ham is a better move at this moment in time than Liverpool. If you're being objective, but if you're Cree and you're offered Liverpool or West Ham, there's only one winner. There is only one winner. You know, you got your national captain VVD at centre-back, new manager who's also Dutch, Arnie Slot, coming in, Mo Salah. Do you know what I mean? So, there's only one winner. No, but for him, no. I hear what you're saying for maybe his career development or whatever, but if you are tasked with choosing Liverpool or West Ham, there's only one winner. Come on, we know this. That would be class. Gooey on loan, yeah, 100%. That would be class. Maybe there's something like that. We'll have to wait and see. But I tell you, a 2-day medical when Hammer staff are on tour is normal. Okay, if that's fine, Tony, that's cool. I find it a bit strange because obviously, I mean, I remember when we signed JKA, we did a medical in a hotel room. Like, it's 2024. Medicals happen all over the fecking world. You know, I swear Rodon had a medical out in the States before he came in. So I'm not too sure, but it's not even about the medical though, is it? Because Darmesh said paperwork's still not finalised. And your man Plettenberg saying still not agreed on player side, still not agreed on club side. So that's the thing, isn't it? How much are we missing? We'll always miss him. We'll always miss him. I was actually listening to the Square Ball Rachupka thing earlier on my dog walk, and they were referencing how big Bielsa was for the football club, because it's crazy, because they were on about the attendances in the games and how it was easy to get tickets and all that sort of stuff then, and now, even though Bielsa's gone, it just doesn't feel like it will ever regress back to that. Like I've told you before, when they were less, I think they were 7,000 against Blackburn in a cup after we'd played them on the weekend. We played them in the Carabao Cup. There's about 7,000 in that stadium. Insane. And I was at that game, and you wouldn't think we would ever go back to that. Even though now Bielsa's gone and has been for a while and we've been relegated, the club hasn't reverted back to what it once was. Now it depends, and they made this point, like if we were there, you know, languishing in 13 for a few more years, then, you know, who knows, but you couldn't think it'd ever get back to that. Do you know what I mean? We've hidden Bamford in the deal, and they've found out, yeah. It's mad. Bielsa for England manager. That would be nice. Bielsa is the GOAT, isn't he? The GOAT. That's why they call him the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Smash a like, peep, says Darryl Scott. Yeah, make sure you do. Make sure you do smash a like on the video. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. And, like, I heard Jer on about yesterday. Like, it's a little bit of, what's the word? Hindsight. Well, we did good. But at the time, it still wasn't a good deal for Calvin. Still wasn't a good deal for Rafinha, really, at 50 million, whatever it was. So, yeah, I mean, you could always say, oh, well, that was a good deal. This was about... But at the minute, or when we sold Calvin, was it? I'm not sure. Was Rafinha 50? Not sure. Do you know what I mean? See how you disagree, Professor, because if he's on the left, you've got Cree, Paqueta, Mohamed Kudus, Bowen, all these sort of players. So I think they wouldn't be paying for him, would they? He wouldn't have been convinced by Lopetegui to go down there. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Yeah, exactly, Tom. I hear you. Here I am, Lord sent me, says, let's go. Big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Hope the YouTube's going all right. Nah, they're not asked about us. We have to be realistic. They're not asked about us. They don't care that much to be bothered about that. I think people said the same on the Gray thing, but yeah. It's fun, innit? It's fun. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Cree's great for West Ham, left, Bowen right and all that. Yeah, big up. How much would his previous club Feyenoord get? I don't think there's much in it, mate. I don't think there's much in it, Patricia. Sorry. I don't think there is. Maybe they'll get the under 21 thing. I'm not too sure, but it won't be crazy. And listen, even if it was bloody, it's nothing. Because the balance sheet for us is crazy, because we paid 1.5 million for him. It's an absolute stinker from Feyenoord. It's an absolute stinker. I think he is, mate. He's played a bit in pre-season. He's even in my fantasy team. There's a little placeholder just in case. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. I mean, it's just £1. It's just £1, innit? I only pay £1 anyway. Yeah, mate. So, look, according to a number of reports now, Florian Plettenberg says still no full agreement on the player's side in terms of length of contract for or 5 years. Still no final agreement on the transfer details with Leeds United, according to Florian Plettenberg. Then Darmouth said that the medical was done. So something's not right? Because he's saying the medical was done, and all the paperwork's going to be finalised before proper announcement. Then he said 20 minutes after that, actually, he's only completed first part of the medical. Rest will conclude tomorrow. So it wasn't done, and it wasn't just paperwork, was it? So something's not right. And then Sky Sports Lyle has also confirmed that Leeds United, along with Burnley, Sheffield United, Lyon, Anderlecht, all are interested in Rak-Sakyi. So there's the latest update. 5 more likes to 400. Yeah, please, if you haven't already, smash a like on the video for me. It'd be great if you could do that. It massively helps with the reach of the video. What I am also going to ask you to do as well, because as this video finishes, what will happen is you'll go straight on over to the live stream that's set for 8 o'clock. Now, I'm not expecting you to sit there and wait, you know. But what I would say is please just go on over and like that video for me as well. 430 likes, yeah. So there's the biggest update for you. The deal is on the rocks as it stands. Do I think it'll go through? Yes. Would I be happy with Rak-Sakyi as a replacement? I said yeah, and 70% of you agreed as well. So that's class. That's class because like if we sell Summerville, you bring in 25, 30 million. And then you bring in Rak-Sakyi on loan. You've still got all that cash. 10 left back, 8 left back. You know what I mean? And you can spend big then. Does this mean Creed could stay? 82% say no. 18% have been on the sauce. So, look, I reckon, just being reported now on Sky, the reason the paperwork is not finished is the second part. Yeah. That's what we've just been saying, Anthony. But it ain't as easy, I don't think. I don't think it's as easy as that. We'll wait and see, though. Big up Marty's, big up Martin Strike, big up Legend. So, yeah. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yes, we're back at 8 o'clock. So, boom, there'll be... he won't though, Jason, because no one in the Premier League bar Southampton wants him, Jason. And also, Crystal Palace don't want him to go to the Premier League. So, a load of shite, yeah, haggling over the dollar. That's what it is, isn't it, Tom? That's what it is. Leeds United are moving the goalposts. Maybe even Summerville is, you know? So we'll have to wait and see. But listen, massive numbers. Again, 900, nearly 1,000 people. Love to you all. We will be back at 8 o'clock looking at a scouting report at prospective replacements for said player. And maybe in that next 45 minutes, we'll hear some more. And we can also get the opinion on the current Summerville situation from Andrea, who we haven't spoken to for a while because he's been very, very busy. And of course, from our man Lockie, Mr. Ben Locke. So yeah, peace out, peace and love. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully see you back at 8. Do just stick around for when this finishes because it'll take you straight over and it'd be a massive solid if you could just like the video. Yeah. Anyway, peace out. Bye-bye, folks.